Joining me now for more analysis is TSN's Frankie Corrado. Frankie, listen, hey, thanks for jumping on. Pal, appreciate this. Let's talk about it. You know, I'm not sure Canadian hockey fans have any nails left. These have been a couple of tense days between the women's and the men's game, but give me your thoughts on Canada's 3-2 win over Finland.
Listen, it was Team Canada that finally found a way to get to their game plan in this game, and more of a stiff test in the quarterfinals against Czechia and now against Finland than they had played against in the preliminary rounds. Czechia played them hard. Finland played them hard. Team Canada, it was closer than they wanted it to be, and they had to do it without Sidney Crosby. It was such a slim margin for error. Both of the last two games could have gone either way. A lot of tense, nervous moments, but ultimately, you know, Canada getting some big moments from some key players. Nathan MacKinnon draws a penalty in the last couple minutes of this game, and then he scores the goal, Matt, with 2 seconds left on that power play. So he had been on the ice for almost a full 2 minutes before scoring that goal. It almost looked like he didn't even have enough energy to celebrate. You know, that's how hard and how taxing of a game this has been for Team Canada, but ultimately a big win, and now they get to play for the gold medal.
Yeah, is that a good thing, Frankie? Do you think a little adversity? This team was clearly the favorite coming into this tournament. You know, they're still playing against some other very good teams. Finland's, you know, sports more than 20 NHLers as well. So is that a good thing for this team heading into the gold medal game?
It is a good thing. They've learned something about themselves. And keep this in mind, right? These are all the best players in the world. A lot of them are the best players on their teams. They're the go-to guys. They're the most skilled players. But what Team Canada has learned is that there needs to be a little bit of a blue-collar mentality, a grinding aspect, a little bit of trench work that goes into this thing before you get to access all that high-powered skill and the flashy plays. So the last two games were a good reminder of that for Canada, and now we'll see who they get in the finals. At 3:10 today, United States is going to play against Slovakia. I think a lot of us have been anticipating a Canada-USA final, which would be, you know, every hockey fan's dream is to watch that game happen again. But Slovakia has been like this Cinderella story where, you know, they're getting goaltending performances that are out of this world from a guy who plays in the AHL, playing against, you know, the NHL's best players, and some young players for Slovakia have really stepped up. So we'll see what the result is, but this little bit of adversity, this is a good thing for Team Canada. They've learned what it takes when the games tighten up and the skill part is not necessarily available to them right off the bat. How do you grind so you can get to that skill game?
And let me just ask you quickly, Frankie, before I let you go, Sidney Crosby not playing. You know, John Cooper saying after the game today, the semifinal, that his chances of playing on Sunday are better than they were today. Not that Canada necessarily needs him, but what do you think are the chances that the captain comes back for the gold medal game?
I'll put it to you this way. He will do everything he possibly can to be on the ice, whether it's finding a tape job or a knee brace or anything that works that can get him onto the ice. But at the same time, full well realizing that if he does go on the ice, he has to perform at a certain level. So that's going to be the balance that he has to find. But Team Canada has learned now, how do you win without Sidney Crosby? 2 games ago against Czechia, they did it. They got big goals from Nick Suzuki and Mitch Marner. And in this game, they had to come from behind against Finland, down 2-0 at one point in this game, and eventually won. They're a better team with Sidney Crosby, but there would be a huge motivating factor not having, you know, the heartbeat of hockey in your lineup, saying within that dressing room, guys, we need to do this thing for Sidney Crosby. He's never let any of us down at any points in our careers. It's time to pick him up. So if they have him, that's great. If they don't, there is a huge motivating factor behind this team.
Yeah, certainly, again, a huge win for Canada. TSN hockey analyst Frankie Corrado, appreciate your time today, pal. Thank you.